gonna do our first critique this week. I'm going to be picking 5 setups. So what I need you guys to do is to email me your setups at this email right here. Guys, welcome back to another Q&A video. You guys know how this works. If you want to send in your questions, all you have to do is follow me on Instagram or Snapchat, and then I answer the questions for you. Thank you guys for sending in the questions this week. You guys blew it up. Look at all those questions that you guys sent in. So I'm gonna try to go through these as quickly and as efficiently as possible. So without further ado, folks, let's get right. Matthew asks, what is better, JBL or EV? Oh no, Matthew, I'm not falling for that one. You're trying to get me in trouble again, like that one time somebody asked me what's better, Virtual DJ or Serato. Honestly, I'm a fan of JBL. I don't know if it's better, but I am a fan of JBL. Let me know down below what you guys think is better, JBL or EV. I'm not trying to get in trouble this time. Not again. Jacob asks, is it a good idea to charge per hour? If so, how much to charge per hour? It is a good idea if you can make a profit from it. I mean, figure out how much you need to make per party. Let's say you do a 5-hour party and you want to at least make $500, and you got to charge $100 an hour. But if you're doing a 5-hour wedding, you kind of don't want to charge $500 for a wedding. So then that jacks up the price a lot. So it's going to sound a lot if you say to a customer, hey, it's going to be $200 per hour. That sounds like a lot of money, and people are going to be freaked out if you tell them that you're charging $200 per hour. So, I mean, you got to judge it on a case-by-case basis, and I would say the minimum you should charge per hour is probably 100 to 150. But keep in mind, if you say to a customer that you're going to be charging them $200 per hour, that's going to freak them out. DJ On Cue from Queens, New York asks, what is a good way to promote yourself other than social media? I am trying to find more mobile gigs. We talked about this last week, promoting yourself, marketing yourself on networks or websites. We talked about Wedding Wire, The Knot, and weddings.com, and all those websites. Some of you guys say that they don't work. Some of you guys say that you do get good results, but they are pretty expensive. Now, a lot of you guys recommended this website called Thumbtack. Honestly, I've never heard of it until you guys mentioned it, and I went to go check it out. And it seems pretty legit, but you're gonna get lowballed. The prices that I saw DJs going for on there was crazy. Every time I would try to submit a bid, they would say that, hey, your bid is way too high and things like that. So I don't know how much guys are charging on there, but I'm guessing it's not much. So Thumbtack, maybe check that out. Honestly, there's no right answer to this question. There's no magic button like I've said in the past. Johnny asks, where can I get some good samples and sound effect? Usually I just buy my samples and my sound effects. I get them from ProLatinRemix.com. I get them from Crooklyn Clan, or I get them just off the internet. Sometimes I'll type in what the type of sound effect that I want, and it'll usually come up. Sometimes you do have to pay for them. I like to pay for them because I want the best quality audio. So I mean, just look them up. You can get sound effects on YouTube too, but the quality isn't going to be as good. VJ asks, do you use a smoke machine when doing mobile gigs? If so, how do you prevent it from setting off fire alarms? I don't typically bring a smoke machine just to a gig. I usually ask permission from the client, because some halls don't let you use smoke machines. Some halls don't even let you use dry ice machines. So you always check with the client before you bring a smoke machine, because chances are that it might set off the alarm. They do sell a smoke liquid that supposedly doesn't set off the fire alarm, but I've never tried it. Let me know if you guys have ever tried that liquid, but I don't trust it, and worst thing you can do is set off the fire alarm at a gig. I've done it before and I'm never doing it again. It's not cool. Scribbles8 asks, when I DJ, I get happy to see people having a good time and enjoying the party. Do you feel the same? Hell yeah! There's no feeling in the world better than seeing a packed dance floor for you. It's awesome. It's like an ultimate high. DJ Castro asks, how do you make a DJ contract for parties? Honestly, when I first started out DJing, how I made my first contract was I just went on Google and typed in DJ contract template. I downloaded it and I copied and pasted. I changed a couple of things. You do have to look out for state laws. Sometimes some contracts include state law, so make sure that you change that to your particular state. and just add whatever you think you should have on your contract. Make sure you have things to cover your ass. It's a good idea to have contracts, and also you look more professional, so you can probably raise the amount of money you're charging for folks if you show them that you have a contract, because you'll look more legit. Miguel Rivas asks, I am DJing my first wedding next Saturday. Do you have any tips? I've never done a wedding before and I need some advice. That's a tough question. Let me know if you guys have any tips for doing your first wedding. I would say just stay calm. Always remember, less is more whenever you're making announcements. You don't want to talk too much. You want to get right into the point. And have fun, man. Have fun at the wedding. If you know any tips for beginner DJs doing their first wedding, leave them down below. When I get put on the spot, I never know what to say. A lot of these questions are like, do you have any tips? Tips on what? Dano asks, did you get a new drone yet? No, I have not gotten a new drone. I spent a lot of money this winter with all the DJ equipment that you guys saw me buy, so I've kind of been broke. I haven't bought a new drone, but I do want to get one before I leave for my next trip. If I do get a new drone, it's going to be the DJI Mavic Pro. Have you seen that thing? That thing is awesome. They're saying it's like the size of a water bottle, so I'm looking forward to picking one up, because my old one was humongous and it was loud. It was like a giant flying lawnmower. How do you decide if you want to do a job or if you don't want to? This is a good question, because if you guys have seen my vlogs, I've been complaining a lot about a hall that people always book. I hate DJing at that hall so much. This week I got 2 calls to DJ a party there, and honestly I just wanted to say no, so I threw out ridiculous numbers out there, really expensive numbers, in hopes that they wouldn't book me. One of them did book me, the other one said that they would call me back, but honestly I just hate working that hall so much because people always grab it. Oftentimes if I don't want to do a gig, the deciding factor in me doing it is usually money. If they're willing to pay for my services, then I'll go do it. If not, then I don't want to do it. Like house parties, outside parties, barbecues, what else? That hall, I hate doing those places, so I've been charging a little bit more in hopes that they say no, and if they do, then it makes sense for me to go do it, because I'm making good money. But I've been there, man. It bothers me so much. Mr. Jackson asks, what were you thinking when you did your first gig? Honestly, all that was going through my head when I was doing my first gig is, I don't want to talk on the mic. I don't want to talk on the mic. I don't want to talk on the mic. I was so nervous of talking on the microphone, but once you do it more and more, you kind of get over it. But yeah, that was all that was in my head. Jorge de la Nada asks, what is the worst experience you've had with alcohol? I don't drink, so I don't have a worst experience with alcohol. I don't drink. I don't do drugs. There's no reason. I'm not like religious or anything like that. I just don't like the taste of alcohol, and I'm like super paranoid, so I don't smoke. I don't have a worse experience, and I don't know if you should be drinking while you're DJing. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about that. What do you think about drinking on the job? JP1615 asks, what is some good type of music to play when people are eating? The easiest way to go about dinner music is to just ask the client what kind of music they would like to hear. 9 times out of 10, they're gonna ask you, what do you recommend? I like Frank Sinatra and things like that. That also works for cocktail. You can also do some throwback R&B. Some people like top 40s, like non-danceable top 40s. Some people do like instrumental classical music, but the easiest way to go about it for dinner music is just ask the client what they would like to hear, and that'll solve your problem. Have client meetings. That'll make your life so much easier. Seymour asks, according to difficulty, what is the level of each? CDJ, vinyl, and controllers. I would say the easiest one is controllers, then I would have to go CDJs, and then last and finally I would go with vinyl. Yo, DJ Barr, do you like to bowl? Yes, I love bowling. I used to bowl all the time back when I was in high school and middle school. Me and my friends used to always go to the bowling alley, but I suck. I suck at everything I do. I suck at sports. Drummer Bird asks, how is your cable management so good? Tape and the facade. Tape and facade will save your life, because the facade will cover up everything, and then if you gaff tape all your cables on the floor, that'll hide everything nice and neatly. Also on the tripod, when the cable is going down, if you grab a little bit of electrical tape or maybe a zip tie to tie it on so that the cables aren't loose and just dangling around, that's a great way to have great cable management. Frank the Tank asks, have you ever thought of buying a trailer or a working van with your logo? Hell yeah, absolutely. I would love to one day buy a van and wrap it with my logo all over it. That would be dope. But right now my business is nowhere near that level. I don't even have that much stuff. But if I keep growing my business in the future, then most likely I will invest in a van or a trailer. Do you guys have a van or a trailer? Let me see if you guys have it wrapped. What are your biggest accomplishments and what are your plans for your YouTube channel for the rest of 2017? My biggest accomplishments are probably those two awards right there. Those are my MVP awards. My goal for YouTube in 2017 is to at least hit 10 to 15k subscribers. I'm planning on doing a huge giveaway at 10k. I'm going to be giving out a pair of DJ headphones when I hit 10k, and I hope, I'm praying to hit it by June, by midsummer. I hope I get there, but it's not looking too good right now, but my fingers are crossed that I do hit 10k by the end of the year. Thank you for sending in your question, Zay Swag 2014. How did you promote yourself when you first started out DJing? How did I start promoting myself? It was SoundCloud. I used to upload weekly mixes on my SoundCloud before it got deleted. RIP to my SoundCloud. It was a good SoundCloud. I had so many plays and I had a really good following on SoundCloud. If you're consistent, you'll be able to grow it. But unfortunately, it got deleted. But that's how I got my first couple of gigs. People started sharing my mixes on SoundCloud, and I actually built up a pretty good fan base on SoundCloud. No Weezer asks, any travel vlogs soon? Yes, travel vlogs are coming. Actually, a lot of videos are coming. We got some gig vlogs coming, and travel vlogs are coming at the end of the month. We got 2 gig vlogs coming up in the next couple of weeks, and then we have travel vlogs. The beginning of April is going to be all travel vlogs, so be on the lookout for that. I am so excited. Try to guess what we're going down in the comments below. DJ Angel A asks, how do you get a good following on social media? The best way to get a good following on social media is to not spam. This is an issue I had myself on Instagram. Back when I was doing clubs full time, I would have to post flyers every single day. Otherwise, the promoters get on your ass for not promoting, for not posting. So I had this issue where I would have to post flyers every single day. So I would spam people, and my engagement on Instagram went way down. People don't want to be sold things. You don't want to be a billboard. So you got to provide some kind of value in your social media platforms. Like, for example, maybe share jokes, share things about your life, and use them for what they're meant to be used. For example, on Instagram, share pictures. Don't just post flyers of your gigs, and don't just post your phone number saying book me here, book me there. You don't want to become a billboard. You don't want your page to just become a freaking ad. I've been working particularly hard on Instagram to grow it because I see a lot of value on Instagram in the future. Also, Snapchat just went public, so Snapchat is huge. So you got to try to provide a value, stay active, and engage with other users, comment on people's pictures, you know, add people back. If you guys follow me on Instagram and Snapchat, and you know I'm usually pretty good about responding to your questions. I always like to interact with you guys as well on both those platforms. Facebook is a little bit of a different animal because my Facebook page is just for my business, so it's meant to be spammy. And my personal page, I don't even really use it anymore. Trust me when I say this, having a strong social media presence is important, especially for your business, but don't be spammy. Don't always post, hey, book me here, hey, here's a package, hey, here's this. Just share, you know, share your life. Don't be spammy on those networks. I want to hear your opinion on playing overtime at a wedding. How long do you normally stay, and what do you charge per hour afterwards? It really depends. I like sometimes getting overtime because you can charge a lot of money because they have no choice but to book you. It really depends on how much equipment I have and whether or not I have guys helping me that night, because if I have guys helping me, you can't just pay yourself, you also have to pay them for staying extra. So keep that in mind. Most of the time, I would say maybe an extra 150 to 200 per hour, and then I would put a max cap at least 2 hours, and then if they want to go 3 hours, it's going to be triple the money, because sometimes it gets out of hand. If they go in for a third hour, then you better be getting paid. DJ Edgar 2013 asks, are you in LMM? Are you talking about the DJ crew? Yes, I was in LMM. I'm not sure if I still am because I stopped engaging with those guys. I'm still part of like the group chat. So I'm guessing I'm still in it, but I pretty much gave up on DJ crews because DJ crews are tough, man. Sometimes they want you to put in work, and if the other guys aren't putting in work, then it just kind of defeats the purpose. So right now I'm just focusing on myself, to be honest with you. I'm done with the whole DJ crew thing. I'm just worried about myself and worried about my YouTube channel. And that's gonna do it for this week's Q&A. Hopefully I answered all of your questions. One more thing before I leave. You guys went crazy with the suggestion that I made last week about critiquing your DJ setups. So I am going to launch it. We're going to do our first critique this week. I'm going to be picking 5 setups. So what I need you guys to do is to email me your setups at this email right here. Send me a picture of your setup. Send me a nice high quality pictures. Include your DJ name, where you're from, and the equipment that is shown. Let's use me for an example. This was my last setup. So I'm going to say, hey, I'm DJ Barr from New Jersey. In this setup, I use 2 PRX 715 speakers, a couple of ADJ Mega Profile Plus to light up the facade, and I also use 2 Chauvet swarms. So just send that in your email. That way we can critique it, and then we can get opinions from you guys, the audience. Please don't send it on Snapchat or Facebook or Instagram. I'm gonna do the first segment by the end of the week, so send them as soon as you get a chance. This is my email right here. So email me your setups, and I'm planning on doing this weekly. So if I don't get to yours, I'm sorry, but I just want to do 5 just to get the idea of how this is gonna work. All right, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please slap a like on it. And if you're new around here, don't forget to subscribe for more videos like this one. And don't forget to turn on that bell. I'll catch you in my next one. Stay awesome, bros. Peace.